William Shakespeare, Abridged. I have a few brief announcements before we get on with the show. Please, at this moment, turn off all cell phones, pagers, beepers, or any other electronic device you may have with you right now. This is for your own good. Our actors have been known to attack when provoked by this type of sound. The use of flash photography and the recording of the show by any means, audio or video, is strictly prohibited by the management. And just for your information, as a warning, fog machines will be used throughout the performance. There is to be no eating, drinking, or smoking. Anything. During the performance. For your convenience, tourists are located out in the lobby. Also, ladies and gentlemen, please take a moment now to locate the exit nearest your seat. Should the theater experience some loss of pressure, oxygen masks will drop automatically. Simply place the mask over your nose and mouth. And continue to breathe normally. Ladies and gentlemen, please, if you are at the theater with a small child, place your own mask on first, and let the little bugger fend for himself.
Tonight, my 18 comrades and I are going to attempt a feat which we believe to be unprecedented in the entire history of theater.
That is, to capture in a single theatrical experience the magic, the genius, the towering grandeur of the complete works of William Shakespeare. So we have a lot to get to tonight, so without further ado.
William Shakespeare, playwright, poet, actor, philosopher, a man whose creative and literary genius have had an immeasurably profound influence upon the consciousness and culture of the entire English-speaking world.
And yet, how much do we in the 21st century actually know and appreciate the tremendous body of work contained in this single volume? Well, too little, we would argue. I believe we can illustrate this point by just conducting a brief poll among our audience here. If we may have the house lights on for just one moment, please.
Now, you're a theater-going crowd, no doubt of above average cultural and literary awareness. And yet, I might just have a brief show of hands. How many of you have ever seen or read any play by William Shakespeare? Any contact with the bard at all? Just raise your hand. I think they might know more than we do. Maybe we should get out of here. Don't worry about it. No, we should go somewhere.
They don't know Shakespeare from a hole in the ground. Just keep going.
What? See if we can narrow it down a bit, shall we? How many of you have ever seen or read, let's say, All's Well That Ends Well? Yes, that seems to be separating the meat from the chaff rather nicely. Let's see if we can find out who the true Shakespeare trivia champs are tonight. How many of you have ever seen or read King John? King John, anyone? You have you really? Would you mind telling us what it's about?
It's about a hunchback.
This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Alright, black people.
You stop, but let he among you, who lives free from sin, live in a glass house. For this face represents all your faces. These empty brains represent your empty brains. These glazed eyes represent your glazed eyes. These teeth represent your teeth, and they cry out, floss me. Ladies and gentlemen, I submit to you that our society's collective capacity to comprehend, much less attain the genius of William Shakespeare has been systematically gutted by George W. Bush, annihilated by YouTube, and devoured by High School Musical.
But have no fear, your intellectual salvation is here.
Sing it, my brother!
We descend among you on a mission from God and the literary muse to spread the holy word of the Bible of man.
Testify!
To drag you out of the 21st century quagmire of Twilight, Octomom, and American Idol. And into the future of the glorious future. A future where manly men can wear pink tights with pride. A future picture where this book can be found in every hotel room in the world. This is our dream, ladies and gentlemen, and it begins here, tonight. Join us in taking those first halting steps down the path to intellectual redemption by opening your hearts.
Yes, please, open your hearts and your wallets, or simply charge us an Tremendous card or a Visa by going 976 bar right now. Give us your cash if you need friends. Lead us when it takes your ends. On with the show, and may the bride be with you. Thank you and hallelujah.
Those of you who own a copy of this book know that no collection can be complete without a brief biography of the life of William Shakespeare. Provided this portion of the show will be the last member of our troupe, please help me welcome to the stage, Mr. Jacob!
No! You've done enough. Don't touch me. Hi. As you can see, I'm not an audience member. I completely fooled you. I've just been taking a few notes on Shakespeare's life so we could get the show off to a good start and so you can know all the stuff he did. William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare was born in 1564 in the town of Stratford-upon-Avon, Warwickshire. The third of 8 children, he was the eldest son of John Shakespeare, a locally prominent merchant, and Mary Arthur, daughter of a Roman Catholic. A member of the landed gentry, in 1582 he married Anne Hathaway, a farmer's daughter. Shakespeare was supposed to have left Stratford after he was caught poaching in the deer park of a local justice of the peace. Shakespeare arrived in London in 1588. By 1592, he had achieved success as an actor and a playwright. After 1608, his dramatic production lessened, and it seems that he spent more time in Stratford. There he dictated to his secretary, Rudolf Hess, the work Mein Kampf, in which he set forth his program of the restoration of Germany to a more dominant position in Europe. After reoccupying the Rhineland zone between France and Germany, and annexing Austria, the Sudetenland, and the remainder of Czechoslovakia, Shakespeare invaded Poland on September 4th, 1939, thus precipitating World War II. I never... Shakespeare remained in Berlin when the Russians entered the city and committed suicide with his mistress, Ava Braun. He lies buried at the church at Stratford. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we are proud to present the complete works of William Shakespeare.